Hey y'all, this is Ernie coming at you from Vaughn-Da-Rosa Farms. Today we go do a video on making our worm bedding for outdoor worm beds. We'll go try to show you step by step why and what, how and when, anything else like that you can think of. If you get anything out of it, hit that like button, subscribe. One thing I do want to add is at the end of the video, I did not mention putting leaves in, and I will be adding leaves to that mix. I just want to get some for my breeder bins with some more ground leaves. So another thing, there's just so many things you can use for worm bedding. New person, a lot of people's got interest in starting. Start all small, I always say. Learn it, try it, make mistakes, overcome them. But you can use manure, cow, horse, pig, rabbit. Rabbit's a cold manure, the other ones ain't. You gotta pre-compost them. But I'm gonna show you what we're using in this batch today. So I hope you enjoy it. Alright, you can't tell a whole lot of difference between the peat and the black cow. But that's the black cow. I've wet the peat down. You can tell a little difference. I'm gonna mix all this up real good, pick the chunks out, such as that. And then what I'll do is I'll add some coffee grounds, some of the amendments. I'll add some rabbit manure, and I'll show you what all we go add. Alright, so what I've added now, I went ahead and added some worm chow and about 4 big handfuls of coffee ground. And the reason I'm doing that, if it's going to heat up, I'd give it time to heat up for 2 or 3 days before I use it. And before I add the lime and the grit, well, right now I'm fixing to add the rabbit manure. But I'm going to go get my pH tester, and we're just going to do a quick test for curiosity's sake to see what the pH of it is right now, which in a day or two it can vary, but that's where that lime will come into play. Okay, y'all, what we've added so far is about a 3/4 5-gallon bucket of peat, 3/4 5-gallon bucket of black cow, which that's what it looks like. You can get that at Lowe's, Home Depot, about anywhere, but it's good stuff. I like it. I've used it a lot. And about a 3/4 bucket of composted rabbit manure with a little fresh in it. And also probably about 3/4 cup of worm chow. And I also added about 4 handfuls of coffee grounds. And like I said, the reason being, if it's going to heat up, I think I've got enough nitrogen in here for that to happen. If it does, it ain't going to heat up bad. And it'll be good 2, 3, 4 days. I'll keep a check on it. One thing I wanted to do right now, for the heck of it, is just check the pH. If I can get it where you can read it. And it's bad. That peat's acidic. The coffee grounds may be. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lime to it and mix it in real good. And I'll check this 2 or 3 times. But I'm going to do it once and check it. It's a little less than 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, I just added a handful. I'm going to wet it down a little bit. If y'all didn't watch that video on that gizmo, you ought to watch it if you're on city water. You don't want to use chlorine in your worm bins, your outdoor worm beds. And I bought a test kit and tested the water before and after, and it works. Just a little tip. We needed more water in it anyway. Alright, now what I'm normally do, just let that sit in, mix it up, and see if it changes the pH. Alright everybody, that little bit right there and mix it in straight away. It was just shy of 5. It brought it up just over shy of 5.5. If you're wondering what it should be, ideal between the alkaline and acidity, the neutral is 7. 7 is ideal. If it's a little dab this way or a little dab that way, I don't worry about it. But when I say a little dab, I want it no less than 6, preferably 6.5, maybe just a little over 7, 7.5. But I mixed it all in real good, and I'll be testing it again before I use it. Can't wait to do a video and show you what we're fixing to do and use it for. And I ask y'all if y'all would get anything out of it. Help me and Colby out. Like, subscribe, and keep on watching. I appreciate signing up to 5.5, y'all. I appreciate all y'all that have watched and subscribed. But we ask you, like it and subscribe it. Alright. Like I always try to say, take time to smell the roses. And all that means is just sit back sometimes by yourself, ponder on what you got, how much God's blessed you, and try to pass it on to somebody else. Y'all have a good one. See ya.